Hello and welcome to another video. So in today's video, we are going to be having a look at meditation, okay, and awareness. Okay, meditation and awareness. Let's fix that line. Okay, guys, meditation is an extremely important practice, right? We often hear people who are extremely successful, they say they meditate. But what really does that mean? Most people think it's bullshit. You know, you sit somewhere and you meditate, and it's a huge waste of your time. And a lot of people struggle with this, so they don't do it at all. And you often hear people say, "Hey, you meditate and you'll be successful," but they don't actually tell you what about the meditation makes you successful. And it really all comes down to focus. So this has been a recurring theme through the last few videos, right? And that is because focus is extremely important, right? And really what we're doing in meditation is we are training our awareness, okay, to take note of distractions, and then we are basically acknowledging them, and we are bringing ourselves back to a state of focus, right? This is a muscle that we are training in the brain, right? And the only way to train our focus is through meditation. And that is the part that is going to make you successful. We are not busy meditating for, let's say, spirituality. Let's say. Okay, so we're not meditating for spiritual reasons. Spiritual reasons, we're not busy meditating that for that. We're not busy meditating to, for religious purposes. Okay, none of that. Okay, we are busy focusing on meditation for focus. That's why we are busy meditating. And essentially what we are busy doing here is we go to a quiet place. You can get some noise cancelling headphones if you want. I like to meditate with some binaural beats. That's exactly what I do. You can also sit in silence. Find a nice quiet place, sit there in silence. And essentially when you want to do this is before your work day, right? So before work, okay, to get yourself into a prime state, into a flow state, what you want to do is you want to sit and you want to meditate somewhere. You can try meditating in the sun. It's really good to face the sun and meditate for 20 minutes at a time on your phone, and don't worry about anything until then. And what you're really doing is you're focusing on the air between your nostrils, right? So as you take a breath, okay, you want to focus on the air that's going in between your nostrils, and you can breathe out through your nose, or you can breathe out through your mouth. And exactly what you want to do is you just want to focus on your breath, right? So the main focus of this is breath. Okay, but a lot of people say that, but they don't tell you how. Okay, what part of the breath you should be focusing on. All you want to do is you want to focus on the external stimulation that you feel in your nostrils. Okay, that's exactly what you want to do, and you want to be present with that. And what's going to happen is you are going to start this process of meditation, okay, and what's going to happen is it's going to come around and boom, you're going to have a thought, okay, and all you're going to do in this situation is you're going to bring it back to focus, okay, on your breath, and then you're going to loop that back into your meditation, boom. And exactly what you're busy doing here is you're going round and round and round in this circle every single time, and you're training this loop, and you're laying a cable in your brain, okay, on how to focus. So the prime reason we meditate is because we want to train the muscle in our brain that is associated with focus. And how awareness helps us is you have two types of awareness. Okay, the first is external. Okay, things that are happening outside of us, stuff like a loud noise, or a bang, or an animal, or a bird, or someone calling our name, or a sound that we hear. And then we have internal. These are those intrusive thoughts, right? Things that we think about ourselves, things that aren't true most of the time, random sporadic thoughts, thinking about the past, being focused on the future, all of these weird things. That's an internal awareness that we have. And the thing is, when we are busy meditating and we have thoughts, we are we're becoming aware. That's what we're going to do, right? We're gonna get a thought. We're gonna be aware that we have this thought. Okay, we're gonna get awareness of that. Okay, and that thought can come from an external stimulus. For example, if we hear a sound, we're going to start probably thinking, hey, what was that sound, right? If we're going to hear a dog barking, we're going to probably think to ourselves, why is the dog barking? And if it's an internal thought, we're going to become aware of that as well, right? Oh, why am I thinking about that time when I was 5? You know, what does that have to do? And we're not going to take the thought any further, okay? But we're going to intercept the thought, okay? So we're going to intercept over here with awareness, okay? And we are then going to bring it back to focus. So we're going to intercept the thought, and we're going to accept the thought, right? We're not going to get upset with ourselves. We're not going to drive our blood pressure up and get angry that we're having a thought. Exactly what we're going to be doing is we are going to say, okay, fine, I acknowledge the thought. That's cool. And bring it back down to focus, right? Back to the breath. And this is going to happen a lot in the beginning, okay? Every 5 to 10 seconds, you might have a thought. And the more you practice this, the longer and longer and longer you're going to go without having a thought. And in your day, what you're going to do is and again, with awareness, right? You can also practice your awareness by having a pen and a piece of paper. And every single time you get distracted about something, you're going to become aware that you are distracted, right? And you're going to write it down on this piece of paper. And at the end of the day, or you're going to kind of like categorize it into a bucket, right? What took away my attention, right? Okay, you know, maybe it was my environment. Okay, let's say it's, you know, loud noises. Maybe someone was shouting in the street and a dog barking, and you're going to like bucket that as environment, okay? Because it's your environment. These are the things that are busy distracting me. Maybe I saw a bird flying and it caught my attention. That's a distraction. And you're going to write this down. Maybe my phone was ringing and I saw a notification and I saw a ping on my computer, and you know, I heard my phone vibrate. Okay, that's a distraction, right? So you're going to bucket that. And at the end of the month, after you do this for 30 days, you're going to see where you're getting distracted, and you're going to seek to eliminate those distractions so that you can increase your focus, right? So that awareness, by practicing awareness over here, okay, in the whole meditation circle, by practicing awareness, when we start to meditate, we have a thought, we intercept that thought with awareness, we see that we have that thought, and we say, okay, that's cool. And we bring it back down to focus, right? We are practicing focus and we are practicing awareness, right? We are getting aware with our internal environment and our external environment. And then we go and we practice that in, you know, everyday life as well. We have a pen and a paper on us or at our desk at all times, and we write down every single time we get distracted. And when we get distracted, we become aware that we were distracted and capture that awareness, and we say, okay, fine, I got distracted. Yeah. And this is the only way that we can really drive these intrusive thoughts out of our life, and how we can really practice focus. Okay. So this has been a quick video on how you can use meditation and awareness to increase your focus. I hope it made a lot of sense. Please let me know down below what you thought. I know that this is a really simple concept, and a lot of people think that it can't be this simple, but when you're dealing with something really complex, what you really want to do is you want to break it down to first principles. And this is basically the first principles of focus, right? And the more we're able to focus, the more productive we will be. And everything comes back down to focus, right? In our day, productivity comes down to focus. What we focus on, the more units of focus we have, and we multiply that by time, because focus is a force multiplier, right? It's exponential, and we will have a more productive day. I hope that makes a lot of sense, guys. Please remember to practice this loop. Remember, all meditation is you can sit there, close your eyes, and wait for a few seconds, focusing on your breath in and out, and congratulations, you meditated, right? And if you want to give yourself a bit of a challenge, you can play that on loop, and you can sit there and you can just notice how many times your attention gets pulled away from you and you bring it back. And in your day, as you go throughout your day and you start to work, you will see that a lot of stuff is going to try and take your attention away from you. And when that happens, you're going to see your attention getting taken away. You're going to become aware immediately because you've practiced how to be aware. Okay, and you're going to bring it back, and you're going to be able to focus for longer and longer and longer periods. And you're going to make sure that your brain waves stay at a calm state, right? Because you understand this now. And that is it for today's video. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day. I will catch you in another video. Till then, bye-bye.